Incoming transmission.
Picture this, a recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. It's the 7th of April, and I'm looking at a little bit of a beast of a game today. Oh yeah, Shadow of the Beast on the Amiga. So let's have a look at this. I'm going to shut up because this music's amazing. There you go, Shadow of the Beast, yes, or Beast as it's seen there on the screen. There, disc access. This is something you're going to see a lot of, so you need to be prepared for this. Lots of inserting discs moments, but still. Anyway, I got this idea from looking at someone else's YouTube of Shadow of the Beast 2. So hello, I think I can get this right, Mythic Tom, or is it Mythic Thom? You're going to have to try and help me out with that one. I do apologise. I'm not good with names, I really am not. Also, hello to Smash JT, Gareth Knight, and the Dusty Joypad. Hello to all of you guys, great to have you along on the channel. Thanks very much for your subscriptions. And music there by Mr. David Whittaker, no less. Absolutely fantastic. But look at this graphic style, it's absolutely awesome. Gives you a nice little bit of story clippets and stuff like that. The only thing I'm going to say is I remember this being absolutely rock hard, so I have enabled infinite lives, because otherwise this would be an incredibly short review, and it doesn't give you much of an opportunity to see the game. So I thought I'll just put some cheats on, and I can at least show you some of the game. Otherwise we're looking at about a 3-minute video, which isn't very long at all. But here we go, and actually look at this, absolutely spot on. Look at that, parallax scrolling and all sorts of loveliness going on here. This was designed to be hard, by the way. It was an actual intentional design, because the developers thought that the games were too easy and that, but I think they've taken this to the next level. You're going to see how insane things get with this. I did have a practice play before I got stuck into this, but my god, this game is rock solid. So you're going to see this, and you'll probably appreciate why I've enabled infinite lives every time I flash. That's me losing a life, pretty much. So yeah, but the artistic on this is absolutely amazing. Scrolling is super smooth, and just a little bit for you techno freaks out there, the scrolling on this ran at 50 frames a second, and that is absolutely phenomenal for the time that this was released, which was 1989. Also released for the Atari ST, Amstrad, C64, ZX Spectrum, surprisingly, which is absolutely awesome. I have to have a look at that one as well. Mega Drive, Master System, Atari Lynx, and TurboGrafx, and quite a lot of systems released on. And absolutely fabulous game, but bloody hell, if you like your games tough, this is the right one for you. Spawned a couple of sequels, Shadow of the Beast 2 and Shadow of the Beast 3, which I will obviously be going over at some point in the very near future as well. It's just phenomenal. Look at this scrolling is absolutely amazing, absolutely fantastic. Obviously the music for this was written by David Whittaker, and he did several different compositions for it, and the striker pose. The music sort of triggers as you get to certain different areas. There's a slight pause while it loads the music in, and then the music will actually change, as you can see here. Slight pause there, then you'll get a key change, music change, and I think that's an absolutely phenomenal thing. And now we have these big green trumpet looking guys coming to attack us. There's a massive blimp flying around for some reason, not sure what that's about, and but there's so many different layers here that are going on at any one time. I think there's like 12 different layers if I remember rightly. That's absolutely phenomenal. So it got rave reviews. It got 5 out of 5 on a lot of the magazine reviews, which is absolutely brilliant. So this, but it's Psygnosis, by the way, we're responsible for publishing. So, but absolutely fantastic. Look at all the different creatures as well. All these different enemies. Look at all the just the scrolling. The presentation on this game is flawless. Absolutely flawless. Love it. The animations are absolutely smooth, which is good when you think how many games are actually not quite as smooth as this. It's a massive game as well, which is really, really good. So yes, there we go. And I think there was a CD released with all these tunes on as well. That might be worth looking up if you can find a copy of it. Probably be rare as rocking horse poo around about now, but it's worth having a look at if you can find it. Absolutely fantastic. I'd love to have this soundtrack in CD quality sound. Would be absolutely amazing. Yeah, I mean, basically they pushed this to the limits on the Amiga and the ST. The Amiga version was written first, so there we go, another disc swap. But yeah, they used hardware sprites and scrolling as well, which is nice, just to get the ultimate speed of the game, which is really, really good. And they used a technique called sprite multiplexing. And yeah, 12 levels of parallax scrolling with a max of, get this, 128 colours on screen at once. So there you go. That was really good back for the day. The Amiga was, that was like my machine of choice at the time. I had a Commodore Amiga 500 Plus when I first started out. And that was literally an upgrade from an Amstrad, which was an upgrade from a Spectrum. So I've gone through the ringer when it comes to consoles and computers, and I had my A500 Plus for quite a while. Then I went up to a 1200, which I still have to this very day, and I look after my stuff, you see, guys and girls. It's worth it because it still runs as good as a day as I got it bought for me by my lovely mother. So there you go. So we couldn't do anything there, it was a bit dark, so we need to find an object that will light our path. Now this is kind of nice because there's a little bit of problem solving to do while you're doing this game. I've just picked up a light, so I'm going to go back in again now. But you probably noticed at the start of the review there was a well. Now if I'd have gone down there, you get right to the bottom and then you can't do anything, and then you climb back up again and it says maybe you should have a key. Or maybe you should have told me that before I went down into the well. That would have been much more helpful than that, but never mind. It's a puzzle game as well, so you've got this really nice side-scrolling game that incorporates a puzzle element, and it's so stupidly hard. That's probably the only downside, and that's going to cost it some points, but not many. This disc swapping also can be a bit intrusive on your gameplay, but it's not enough to sort of make you think, oh well, I don't want to play Shadow of the Beast because it's going to make me load things all the time. But it's not. It's actually not that bad. The loading speeds aren't that bad. Just breaks up the immersion just a little bit. Now this, I'm probably going to see here a lot of things that are, well, I would be dead horribly multiple times already here. I like the fact that the Beast has a flying kick maneuver as well, which is quite cool. So you've got your punch and you've got your flying kick, but everything's so smooth. Love it. Now I can't get back up there, so I hope I've not made the wrong choice by coming down here. But look at all... Okay, massive rockets flying around for no reason, but look at all the background art. It's absolutely amazing. And here we go, there's a key change coming up. Yep, there we go. So I'm going to run over here and see why the music's changed. Oh my... Okay, so is this some sort of boss? I can't seem... Okay, it's not reacting to anything I'm doing to it, so I'm not really sure if I'm actually connecting with it or not. Normally these things sort of flash when you're hitting them, but no, nothing is happening here, so... I will jump kick my way across the screen and go back up this ladder to see if there's anything else I can do, because I don't seem to be doing anything to that whatsoever. There you go, music change again, slight pause. Nothing really that breaks the immersion of the game. It's just a tiny little pause. I'd say if anything breaks the immersion, it is the disc loading. That's about it, though. It's not that bad. It's just a little bit, just breaks up the game a bit too much, and I've got no chance of getting back up there, so I'm going to go back and have another go at this boss and see if I can actually do anything to it. If not, then I shall be leaving the review around about there. But I hope you've enjoyed Shadow of the Beast on the Amiga, and I shall be reviewing it on other systems in the future. So if you want to see it on the Mega Drive or anything like that, then I will be doing that soon. But yeah, I'll be looking at Shadow of the Beast 2 and Shadow of the Beast 3 in the very, very near future. I do like doing them in trilogies if I can. But I hope you've enjoyed Shadow of the Beast. Thank you very much for tuning in, and remember to like, share and subscribe for all future content. Remember to click the little bell as well, that'll keep you notified on channel. Anyway, I'll catch you next time, guys. Have a nice weekend. Bye for now.